non-binary. Is that how we have to address the audience now? Is like list everything. This is like the 24th video on the channel now of Angelina. So that means I've seen her a little bit and I can remark on her consistency. I know everyone wants to go for talent and how her voice is. But you know, there's a lot of people you've heard, I imagine, a lot of people you've heard who have 2 or 3 really excellent sounding songs, and then kind of the rest are like, So I will definitely applaud her consistency of not hiding. Number one, if you know you can't make a lot of stuff, then you're probably not going to try to. So the fact that we've already got this many videos and there's many more to go, hey, it's great work ethic and consistency. Love that. Now, just random, her headphones. I'm pretty sure those are these headphones. Not a sponsor. These are Sennheiser's HD280s. I got these about 3 months ago for mixing. Just kind of shocked that she's got them on. I'm like, really? We got the same headphones? But why am I not wearing them? Because I'm lazy, and these ones have a volume control. These are like $50. Those are like 100 or 130 maybe. Those definitely sound better. It's not close. But then I have to go like digging for volumes on the computers, and so I'd rather just have it here or deal with it in post. So that's what's up with that. I've also broken these before. This is a new pair, so every time these break, it's $50 instead of breaking those. You know what I mean? Anyways, Angelina Jordan, A Natural Woman. This is one of those songs that I definitely have heard. That's the like, you make me feel like a natural woman. It's that song, right? It better be that song. If it's not that song, I have no idea what it is. If it is that song, I can promise you, I have never turned the song on. I've never heard it on the radio, but I feel like I've heard it 1,000 times. Like, I don't know if it's on live performances, background music. It's the same thing as television music, you know, background for you get what I'm saying. But it's like, how have I heard it that many times and like never turned it on? Because it's amazing, I guess. Please let it be that song. It'd be kind of silly if it's not.
I used to feel...
Oh, whoops. Oh, the reason why I was on 14 seconds is because I had my audio playing to the wrong device and I couldn't hear anything. So I had to let it play for... I haven't heard it. I had to hear sound come out. So that's what happened. So yes, maybe I've heard half a second of it. Tech problems. What you gonna do?
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired.
This sounds like gospel music. And I don't know if I've heard this part. Maybe I just hear the hook. It is the song I'm thinking about, right?
Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind.
This is it, right? Right where it happens here?
You make me feel.
Oh.
You make me feel.
She gonna jump?
You make me feel like a natural woman. When my soul was in the lost and found, you came along to claim it. I didn't know just what was wrong with me till your kiss helped me name it. Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for, and if I make you happy, I don't need to do more. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. Oh baby, what you done to me? You make me feel so good inside.
That's not a modulation, it's just a weird chord in there.
And I just wanna be close.
That sounds like a modulation.
You make me feel so alive.
Oh, but now we're back.
You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman.
I definitely got things to say about it. One, now after this many videos, I'm pretty sure I'm for the pop filter. I think, yeah, you either got to get further away from the microphone or you got to use the pop filter. Just use the pop filter. Like, it's not a bad deal. Right, because if one of your signature sounds is breathiness, like you just got a lot of breathiness, a lot of it. You got heaps and heaps of it. Then if you dial it back 20-30%, which you don't dial it back, you keep going at 100, but you just put the pop filter there or whatever, foam, sock, windscreen, whatever, then you keep singing at 100. But if that thing reduces 30%, you still got more breathiness than everybody else. It's just more balanced. And I feel pretty confident now after this many videos saying that. The other thing that I don't know if I'm right, but I would definitely experiment with, when she jumps into the chorus and she starts off low and has a couple little repetitions low and then jumps high, I might try to figure out a way to do a little, maybe just a phrase high. I'd have to hear how it balances out, but I might go high, low, 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 high, or high, low, low, high, or maybe even high, high, low, low, high. But to me, there's so much energy in that high note. When you're really building to that chorus, I think there's a lot of energy missing by being so low. It's a great vocal. It just feels like we've been moving this whole time to get to this payoff, and starting so low actually to me kind of pulls the energy away instead of paying off the energy. So, but if you like the contrast between the low and high, okay, then just tag a couple notes high. Again, we'd have to test that out and see like how many notes. Do you do like one tiny phrase? Do you do half a phrase? But then jump down and hang out in the low part and then pop back up. If you wanted to be super fancy schmancy, and again, not sure if this would work, you could see if you could find an upper note that's lower than the actual phrase, like a different harmonization, but harmonization in the vocals. That way you don't rob yourself of the peak at the end, but you still have a higher vocal. Then you come down low. That's it's a personal opinion. But I feel like in songs like this that it's almost like the hook is so powerful that the verses aren't really important. Do you know what I mean? The verses are setting up the itchiness, so that way the hook can scratch the itch. That's kind of all the verses are there for. It's just a little bit of storytelling, but not much, not really. It's just setting up verse, pre-chorus, chorus, right? That's the structure, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. And we're using verse to make us itchy, pre-chorus to be like we're about to scratch it, and then chorus, scratch that itch. And I think coming in so low, definitely for me on this one, it robs me of scratching the itch. I kind of get my itch paid off. I get the scratch at the very end of the chorus just for a second. But by then, I'm almost let down. It's almost like someone pretending they forgot your birthday, but then they pretend all day. And then at like 11:30 p.m., they're like, surprise, I remember. And you're like, you actually made me depressed. Like you did it for so long. The surprise isn't worth. You want to pretend for an hour or two. You pretend for 11 hours. It's weird. It's like it doesn't do what you think it does. Anyways, that's how I feel about it. Also, I feel very more comfortable now knowing how many videos we've done and being like, bruh, if you think all the videos aren't the same, you don't have to go watch them all, but they're not all the same. And I feel much more comfortable saying whatever it is I see with my earballs instead of my eyeballs. Yeah. Meh. Meh. And something else I'm gonna double down on. I don't think she gotta be so low in the register. She sounds great, but here's what I guarantee. I guarantee this. Man, bet my life on it. You raise all these bottoms a half step, you're still gonna be super low, super sultry, breathy, but you're gonna have a little more clarity and a little more energy. And if your response is, she's got tons of energy, well, she'll have a little more. She sounds so great, well, she'll sound a little better. So like, it's not a crime to take something that's an A and raise it 5%. It's not a crime. Just because it's an A doesn't mean you can't do something with it. So definitely. In fact, how about this? Let's say it an opposite way. Say the same thing in an opposite way. A lesser singer couldn't get away with being that low. It wouldn't work. They'd be forced to go higher. Because she has the ability to be that low, she's getting away with it. So we don't use our talent to get away with things. You're like, I can go this low if I'm trying to flex. I can go this low. Okay, but I don't have to flex. This isn't a challenge of how low I can go. So let's pick that. Let's go up a half step and see what happens. That's not far. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. That's all. Although a lot of times in these arrangements, as you guys said, it's probably going to be related to the backing track and who she's playing with. And if they're reading sheet music, because then all of a sudden they got to transpose it. But nowadays, you can get free software online. You go down, you can go Google like MP3 transposer or something, pitch shifter, and you can shift the music. Definitely, if you're only shifting it a half step, you can pretty much maintain all of the quality of the track if you're only transposing it up, pitch shifting it that little. And just give it a try. It does put more on the back end. So a lot of times you guys say like, oh, they sit down, or she just comes up with an idea and goes for it. Yeah, now we're gonna need an extra 10 minutes or something. Like, let's make sure to convert the file over, load it up, pitch shift it, save it, check it, make sure it works. Now we record the song. So yes, it is gonna add, maybe 10 minutes of back end work. Sorry, back end work on the preparation. This will still be done pre-production. I think it's worth a shot, especially when you have this much talent. You never know what changing something a half step could do. Or taking a tempo and changing the tempo 5 beats, 10 beats. 10's a lot. But 5 beats, 7 beats really can do. It can take someone who is amazing and just make them mind-blowing if you get them in the right situation. And now, having heard it this many times, I think I see people in the comments saying like, why isn't she bigger? Why are these other people with millions of subscribers and they're not as good as she is? And I think it's about those other things other than just the singing. It's about format, song choice, keys, variability as far as in the performances. So we've got a lot of single cam, like right on a microphone. And so you kind of have a result set for that. You know how much video traction you're getting. You've got your ultimate views, like your video gets 1 million or whatever. And then you got your subscriber base. She's got what, 600 something thousand? Is it that right? Somewhere in there. And yeah, if that's the numbers you're getting for these videos, then you need a little more. You don't need. If you want bigger growth, you need a little more variation. Right? And let's end this on talking personally about myself in this channel. My videos are almost like 99.99% exactly the same. The difference is my attitude and the song you're watching. Yes, there's some where I'm playing guitar, there's some where I'm teaching guitar, but they're a very small amount of the total videos. I know every day that that's a bad decision. If I wanted to be, and I do want to be more successful, I do want to do a better job, I need more variance. But the gear is already set up in the same spot. And so instead of skipping today, trying to do better tomorrow, I always go ahead and put in a little bit of work, but then I look back and I go, man, you need to make some changes. You don't have to change everything, but a little variation would be useful. And I know I'm making that mistake. So honestly saying that I'm making that mistake, I don't feel self-conscious saying having all these videos be very similar. It's good for proving you're consistent, but it also limits your growth because you're not sucking in a different audience. And one thing to be really careful of with Angelina or people like this is it becomes a private club where everyone who's coming to the video, like everyone who's coming here to this video, already knows who she is. We're not converting anyone to her because everyone here is already a fan. And everyone who's coming this way and is getting suggested these videos is already a fan. And you want a format where you are having a chance to be in front of people who are not fans, so you have a chance to convert them to fans. So that's my take on all that. And as usual, I found a way to talk a whole bunch. It's not intentional, just thoughts start coming. Deuces.